What's up guys, how are we doing? I hope you're having a fantastic March and we're back with some more Kha'Zix. Let's go! So if you saw my last video, it was mainly about how to play Kha'Zix in Season 13. I was pretty informative and I talked about the setup that I've been running that has allowed me to absolutely pop off really hard with Kha'Zix. And yeah, this game is yet another example of Kha'Zix and I going to absolute town on the enemy. It's really beautiful how this current setup allows Ka to function really comfortably in the meta. It's such a flexible build path, and yeah, what else can I say, man? It's just really good. You guys are in for a treat with some more juicy carry Kha'Zix. I don't want to waste any more time, so if you could do me a favor and like the video, I'd really appreciate it, because of, you know, the fact that I kind of disappeared off YouTube in February. The algorithm is just not going to be kind to me, so if you can and you'd like to support my content, dropping a like on the video takes 2 seconds and it allows my videos to reach more people. Eternally grateful, guys. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here we go. Hello! Alright, this is going to be a very juicy game with the new Kha'Zix build that I've been playing. You guys should know that this is the build at this point. This is the fucking GOAT. The absolute GOAT of Kha'Zix builds. It feels very, very good. And I just love it so much. And I played a few games on my main and I was like, yeah, okay, I probably want to start climbing soon. And I managed to get this pretty juicy game. Very good showcase of the build. Very good showcase of just how Kha'Zix plays in the meta right now. Against more of the annoying ass champs. And yeah, I just thought this game was a lot of fun. And I think you're in for a treat. Very, very good stuff. So we are versing a Silas jungle, and that's why I said, you know, good into the annoying ass meta comps, because, well, just in particular Silas, I mean, the rest of their comp is not too bad, but Silas is just ridiculous, like a ridiculous champ. We actually get warded here. I have to be very careful because we don't want the action kind of playing with us here. Thankfully he's going back to the mid lane, and so I have to kind of delay my clear here by holding my leap, just in case like Silas does some stupid shit and invades me, because I am very clearly half health, so gotta be extremely cautious. No potion either. Well, I just used it, and yeah, Silas can do very, very aggressive level 3 stuff. There he is in the top side, as I just said. Goes for level 3, and now I need to be careful to make sure he doesn't sneak up on me in any way, shape, or form. Just need to try to get my red here. So yeah, always very yeah, I mean, you kind of feel a little powerless playing against Silas early. Unless you have like Conqueror or something, then you come on beyond him, but he just does a lot of damage. Got CC, very good ganks, very good early game pressure. I gotta be careful. So all I'm really trying to do here is just take my camps, make sure I'm kind of scaling up. Got my level 4, so I'm a lot stronger. And yeah, we do have the Camille here, so I'm just gonna be like, fuck it. Let's see if the Silas is going on the crab here. I had a feeling he wasn't, so decided to just go for it anyway. I did kind of assume he was going back into his blue side, so the Silas is probably right next to me doing his blue and Gromp and all that stuff. So yeah, Bard in the meantime goes to roam. I'm going to look to see if I can do anything here. I just jumped straight on the action because I wanted to get some first strike gold. Didn't really expect much to come out of this, but Thresh actually gets a good roam off, and he's going to catch the Bard out. Lanterns me as well, which is really nice, and we're going to pick up the first kill of the game. You'll notice that this Bard just keeps doing shit like that. It's just another one of those Bard plays. It's super frustrating, honestly, when Bard players do that, but it's good that we have good prior in the mid lane and support lanes, because if we didn't, like the Bard pressure becomes a lot more difficult to deal with. But since we have some good CC and, you know, good range, good pressure, it's not too much of a problem. So with that, pretty much everything went right in this game. It's a very beautiful early game, right? We did a full clear, we got the top crab, we got a kill, and we even took the second crab as well. And now what I decided to do is, I'm like, well, that was just the cleanest early game possible. I got gifted a free kill and 2 crabs, so you know what? I'm just gonna wait for my camps to respawn, do the second clear, and I don't really give a shit what happens to my team with the jungler in the early game anymore. A gank fails yet again in the bot side, so Silas on life support here, and looking for some, I don't know, tiny bit of XP that he can leech off the fucking laners. as everyone does in this meta. But in the meantime, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm absolutely chilling. I can really become strong here. So we're just gonna wait around for our Krugs here. Not really much else we can do. No point going into the top side or anything. We don't have items, so you know, not really too important to do anything here. I could have honestly waited around mid there, but I can just Bard is just being weird. He's just being a Bard player, and he's kind of just feeding my lane skills. So solid early game. It does get a little harder later, but you know, I'm not really like, I could help this guy, right? I could help him here, but he's totally fine. As you can see, I'm just gonna do exactly what I set out to do, take the camps and recall. So I've pretty much cleared all my camps on time, which is perfect. 6 minutes in, and we are already on the cusp of level 6, and that is extremely good. Got a serrated Dirk on our hands too. And yeah, we're in for a good time, guys. We're in for a good time. I really enjoyed this game. Very smooth gameplay for me. And I just feel like the build helps it just that much more. So, again, I decided to just say fuck it and, you know, go for the next camp that's respawning, which is the blue. That's my only goal at this point, is just to get level 6. I am around here for the bot lane in case a fight breaks out, but Samira is just going to go really hard for 0. I'm not really in position to do anything, neither is the Thresh, and you know, she's just gonna kind of 1v2 there and get kind of destroyed, and then I end up revealing myself, which is not great. So yeah, overall just I don't know what she was doing. So Silas is gonna be here. He's gonna be a dickhead and decide to interrupt my crab, which means I'm not going to get my level 6 off that. I have to flash out. I'm trying to dodge everything. Yeah, the Jhin ult, just really unfortunate. Thresh is gonna get caught out. You can see, like, why are we dying, guys? I don't think Thresh should have died there at all, but you know, whatever. I'm able to get out, and yeah, just a bit awkward there. Honestly, like, that's a bot diff. Nah. It's just a shame that I didn't get 6 off the blue, or the, you know, I wasn't able to get the crab either. Just overall, just quite unfortunate. I'm going to sweep that, see if the Scion's doing it, but he is not. But we do see him up here. Kind of just going to respect that guy. I could jump on him, potentially do some damage, but we know the action is around. And you can see now my bot is just kind of running it. I don't know what happened, but yeah, the Jhin became kind of strong. He hit 6 level advantage, even though he uses ult on me. I guess, you know, Bard's Hail Mary plays are just kind of working out for them now. And that's why I said it would get a bit harder, because yeah, the bot lane does start to throw a little bit, which makes the game a little harder. And not to blame him or anything, it happens. Because we're running this build, we can actually deal with anything that comes our way. So that's the beauty of this. This is just so flexible with our evolutions and our items. Probably, yeah, just... Again, like, I've made, what, a couple of videos of this build already. If you haven't used it by now, like, try it out. Please just try this shit out. It's so good. But yeah, there's not really much on the map that I would like to go for, so I'm just going to clear and recall. Again, like, the bot lane is just, like, it's just, they're kind of suffering, and the Silence is just permanently down here again. We got the Jhin ult coming out. Fortunately, the Thresh is going to get sniped down, but we're going to come down here with the Azir, see if we can do anything. We're going to wait. I have my R Revolve ready. Going to see if we can get a good engage off. I want this Azir to follow up on me, but the perfect scenario happens, right? Bard goes into the portal, he goes over the wall, onto the Azir. So Azir is going to pick up the Bard, and then the Jhin is just isolated, completely alone. He's also reloading, so he literally has nothing. He's playing fucking Alien Isolation here, and he is just gonna be free food for me. We did see the Silas there too. Apparently they were doing the dragon with the action, and they are going to be able to do that. So unfortunate, because if they weren't doing that, we'd probably be able to secure our first dragon there. But it's the first one, right? Not a huge deal. You guys know I don't place much emphasis on the first dragon. I'm more because I'm Kha'Zix, like I really need to make sure, you know, if you're playing Kha'Zix, you've got to make sure you're using your time wisely. And I've used my time extremely wisely this game by just like farming up a storm and, you know, making sure my pathing is just on point. Really, really juicy stuff. So we see the silence up here. Got to make sure the Camille doesn't die. I should just ping this here. I should just ping that Silas there. My mistake. But we recall, go for the Eclipse, and now my plan is to go into the Herald. Because that's the next neutral objective up. Unfortunately, yes, as you can see, the Camille died. And I was like, what the fuck? How did she die there? We know the Silas is up there. He just walked right over a ward that smacked bang right in the middle of the river. I don't know how she died, but again, that's why you should ping things out. But fortunately for me, these guys are going to try and go on the Herald. They see me coming, they're going to back off. But this Herald is half health for me. Silas is going to walk up. He looks like he wants to try and get it. But these guys walk up way too far. We're going to pick up the Bard, and the Eclipse is going to make sure I don't take too much damage. And again, that's just their mistake. Nothing too fancy there. We're going to be able to pick up a double kill. Yeah, and we get the Herald as well. So, very solid game for us here. Like, everything we're doing is working out. Look, those guys really should not have... They should have just given the Herald to me. Like, it really did not have to die for that. But Silas players will be Silas players, and Bard players will be Bard players. You know how both of those types of players are. They just do dumb shit. I swear, man. If I have to play against another fucking George in, you know, fucking kindergarten playing Silas jungle, I swear. they just aren't good players. I'm sorry. I don't find them good at all. The champ is so like, the state of jungling right now is so obnoxious. It's like you just go spam ganks and then hope they work out. If they work out, you know, you win the game because your team will just tilt. And that's about it. Like, you just keep fucking ganking. That's it. That's all you do. Ugh, like, there's no pathing or anything. You just gank. You go bot, you fucking get a double kill. There you go. You've won the game. It sucks. But, you know, can't really do that as Kha'Zix because he's just too weak to be able to consistently gank and stay strong at the same time. But yeah, Camille's gonna go down again to the Silas. Big fight breaks out here. Keep in mind I recalled previously after I got the Herald. But yeah, everyone's just basically dying here. I'm gonna use my R Evolve. Bard is still up for the grabs here, so I'm gonna be able to pick up a good, a pretty solid kill on him there, and then we're going to start hitting the tower. I'm not going to drop Herald here because I have plans to drop it mid lane, which is still on 5 plating, so I want to make sure we try and get the mid tower down, because having mid tower open is really, really good for, you know, just kind of enhancing your snowball, making sure you can walk up freely and make more plays around the map. And yeah, that's just about it. So for the next item, you can see we have the Serrated Dirk. I've got my CDR boots, incredible. Feeling very strong right now. Next item will be the Yumus. Where's the Yumus? Yeah, it's the Yumus. Can go Edge of Night as well, but just figured I didn't really need the safety here. So we go into the standard second item, Yumus, and that's going to be super, super juicy. Deal a lot of damage, a lot of reliable, consistent damage in this build, and that's why it's just so great. In the meantime, take a look at the map. What can we do realistically? We got the dragon coming up, and we'll also actually, I think we can get in. Can we get the Yumus now? I think we can. There's a lot of things going on here, right? I dropped the Herald mid. Hopefully my bot lane can go and do something with that. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and keep getting my camps, because one thing, I'm close to level 11, so I'm trying to get that. And another thing, I'm close to Yumus. Actually, I think I have it right now, so I can get that too. And I just decided to ignore everything that's going mid, and I jump over the wall here. This is just basically me ensuring that I'm playing to me. I'm playing for me, right? Playing for myself. I hit level 11, and after these Krugs, I'm going to recall and get my my second item, which is going to be the Yumus. Yeah, again, like, this was expected. Oh, why am I even walking? Why am I even walking here? Like, I should not even be trying to do anything here. But I know they're going to go on the dragon. Yeah, okay. My mindset here was I know they're going to go on the dragon. And we have the Azir bot lane. And these guys are pretty low. So we can actually potentially contest this. So I unfortunately have to skip the recall. And I'm going to look to see if we can do anything here. Camille's coming down as well. Silas half health. Azir over the wall. Gets a perfect wall. Perfect wall engage. We pick up the Bard. I should be going on the Jhin here. But I settle for the Silas instead. I get the Silas. Unfortunately, I'm going to get completely destroyed. I get bursted down really quick. But Azir, the absolute legend, is going to pick up the dragon. He's done it. The absolute madman. And then Camille's going to pick up the Jhin, who is on 1 HP. Yeah. I don't know how... I mean, I guess I could have played that better. I don't think I had to jump in like that. I definitely didn't have to, but I just wanted to make sure I followed up properly on the Azir engage, because that really was the perfect scenario for that. My bot lane's going to get super greedy. I don't know what's going on here, but they're just going to be running it down. Again, I think throughout this game I was just like, yeah, my bot lane's not very good. But it's totally fine. I think that scenario was really good for us. Dragon and a few kills. I do get shut down, but it's fine. Pick the Yumus up and going to go into my next item. So here I get somewhat greedy. I notice these guys are really low. I'm trying to go in, deal some damage. I chunk Bard down quite a bit. Don't know. It's sad. Sad. I get baited in the portal. I get stunned. Silas comes along, flashes on me for kill. I kind of throw my lead. Very, very bad. I also bait Azir into dying. So all in all, that's just my. It's just my fault entirely. 3 of us said yes to the FF vote. I don't know why, because it's so winnable. It's like unbelievably winnable, but these guys have bad mental. I'm assuming like these guys are like just kind of. I don't think they actually know what they're doing in terms of macro. They're just kind of going in and fighting. So kind of makes the game a little harder. And me doing that and throwing the game doesn't really help at all, considering I'm pretty much the one consistent thing in this game, alongside the Azir. Azir's been playing really well. And it's just unfortunate that I baited him out there. But we're going to go back into the map with our last Whisper. And for the next item, we'll be going into the LDR. So, okay, listen. If you still don't know why I run LDR, you need to understand that a lot of champions are very, very tanky in this meta. And LDR will help you 80% of the time compared to Serrotas. That's why you find me running LDR a lot over Serrotas. Like for the Scion here, for example, if it had Serrotas, I wouldn't be dealing as much damage. But if I can get the LDR... regardless of how tanky he gets, I'm still going to get that % damage bonus from the LDR, and it's going to be very, very juicy and, you know, helping to kill him. So here is another mistake of mine. I actually get spotted out when I use my R evolve there, so they know I'm coming in and looking to engage, and then I get kind of annoyed there. I get frustrated, and then for some reason, like, my bot dies as well. It's just not looking great at this point. Big throws all around. I should not have gone on that by any means at all. And then the Azir just goes down as well. Not really sure what happened there. 4 of us die for literally nothing. Thankfully the Baron isn't up yet, so like we don't lose all too much, except for giving the enemy team a lot of gold and giving them 2 towers. You know, it's not that much. But they are going to back off that, so yeah, losing 2 towers and giving 4 kills for free, not great. Enemy team is pretty much caught up. 24 to 28. I can't speak English. 24 to 18 kills. Looking pretty bad for us. I'm going to look to see if I can do anything against this, like maybe contest the Herald, but not going to happen at all. Look at this Bard here, just walking up way too far. He spots me out because of the Shimmer. He already used his Q though, so I'm just going to follow him through the portal at that time. He's out of position, and I pick up the 8th kill of the game. Very good. Very nice. We always enjoy destroying bards that are running for their lives. It's very satisfying. But yeah. So now we've kind of fucked ourselves, right? We're in a very awkward spot where we need to kind of not throw any more, otherwise we just lose the game. So we got to be extremely careful. And now the Baron's out, right? So we got to make sure we are staying around that in case enemy team decides to get it. But should be fine for now because the action is bot lane. And I believe that they kind of need the action to take the Baron quickly. But in the meantime, we're just going to use our sweeper, try and look, see if we can get anything here. I'm just going to say fuck it and take this wave. Or try to anyway. The Jhin is here, but it's fine. A nice little W off there. Honestly, I don't even know if the red smite is necessary here, but I still do enjoy running the red smite just because in the case that I do need that bit of percent damage, it's kind of nice, okay? And it's definitely nice with the R roll, so yeah. Again, not really too much else we can do. We can't afford to just mindlessly go in and throw. We have to kind of play reactively now. Herald gets dropped bot lane and enemy team takes a dragon. We're going to decide not to contest that because, well, I mean, we're just not in a position to do that. Camille, there's 500 people running up top. Please, what are you doing? Oh my god. The fact that, look, I don't know if she didn't see or she's just confident that she can get out. But come on, man. Like, surely you saw that. No? You didn't see the 4 people running up mid lane? I don't know about that. So now all these guys are going to pressure the Baron. They started up. Actually waste my plant there. Kind of wanted to hold on to that for a little bit. Enemy team's going to turn off the Baron, look for an engage, but we managed to disengage pretty nicely with the box. We see the Jhin ulting here. I'm still in the fog of war here, so what I do is I R, flash over the wall, jump on the Jhin. He's in isolation, instantly one-shot him. See you later. My team's dying in the meantime along here. It's like a 2v4, so I can't really do much there, but the action is going to swing towards me. I'm going to pick him up. Enemy team's going to try flash on me. It's not going to be enough. I'm not going to be in range, and I'm going to be able to get out. Yeah, and just overall, just could have been a very bad scenario. I try and clear the wave here, but fuck, you see how annoying Silas players are? Like, what do you gain from doing this? Nothing. You are just a fucking clown for chasing me like that. You will not get me. There's no reason to do that. My god. Oh man. I'll never understand the mind of a Silas player, but hey. In general, I just hate fucking AP bruises, like, in the jungle. The most obnoxious, broken bullshit in the game. Can't change my mind. But, you know, enough complaining. Sound's gonna get picked in the top lane. I'm gonna ping on the way. Okay, I did see the Bard here. Turns out he's in the bush, just fucking recalling in our jungle. Like, what are you doing? Holy shit, these guys suck. And we're gonna get a second pick. And then we're going to ping the Baron here. Just like that, like, these donkeys just throw the game. It's like, what the fuck? Like, how are we even losing against these players? Like, hello? So we're gonna start off the Baron. Still have to Silas up, need to be careful of that. He can contest. He's gonna try and go in. He doesn't hit the E, doesn't get into the pit. I'm gonna be able to pick the Baron up. And he's gonna get caught out as well. And just like that, we pick up 4 kills. I don't know how the Jhin died. I didn't actually see that, but you know, like, what is this game? Like, how do we throw so hard? It's just my bad, honestly. Like, me dying a few times just made the game that much harder. And that just goes to show, like, how punishing it is to die when you have a huge lead, especially on Kha'Zix. This build is less forgiving, I feel like. No, it's more forgiving, sorry. But still, like, you're an assassin, lethality assassin. If you fall behind, you're going to be kind of useless. So yeah, just got to keep that in mind. So I didn't touch on this, but we did finally get the LDR. And I also picked up, well, I just picked up the Serrated Dirk there. And I also pick up the Executioners just to make sure that I am applying anti-heal with my W. Because there's a Silas, right? There's a Silas, and enemy team has a decent amount of heals, like not crazy, but it's pretty solid to have against the Silas. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, let's pick it up. And it's gonna be really nice for my utility in fights, in case I can't really engage, go for kills or anything. Now, I'm expecting a fight to break out here. Sure enough, it happens. My bad, I tried to go farm, not gonna happen. It's just ARM at this point. I'm gonna sneak into the bush here, look for a good engage opportunity, but this guy doesn't see me coming. Gonna be able to jump on this action, pick him up very easily, not even in isolation, but we one-shot him. And then we just clean up the rest of the team. I'm not gonna let the Scion go, because if you leave a Scion, he'll just kind of play with the minions and backdoor and all that stuff, and we have an open inhib, so we need to try to stop him here. And you can see the damage I deal to him, right? Like, just with the LDR and Eclipse and, you know, some lethality, we just chunk him down like he's nothing. He's a tank with Frozen Heart and Sunfire Cape. Like, hello? Like, can you see how good this build is? Like, Jesus, man. Like, the penetration you have is astounding, and it just deals so much damage. I see the Bard here. I'm gonna look for him, but nowhere to be found. I kind of give up. But yeah, beautiful build. Beautiful build. Need to use this shit, guys. Make sure you're using it. I think this is our ticket to Grandmaster, probably. I think it is, and I plan on running this a lot more. It just feels amazing. And if you're looking to climb or you're struggling with Kha'Zix, I would highly recommend try out this build, because you'll just notice how consistent it feels. Very good. Anyway, these guys are probably mentally drained, so the action and the Silas get picked off. We're gonna go into the dragon here, pick that up. And now, what can we do? What can we do, huh? We still need to kind of be careful. I see the Scion here. Azir is busy taking Krugs, so you're just gonna be like, nope, fuck it, I don't want to help you. But Silas, no, the Scion's gonna walk up. Silas, Scion, same shit, man. Azir gonna look for a wall. Gets the Scion. Gets lanted out as well, so we pick up the Scion pretty free. I'm gonna use my R. Bad time to ulti Jhin. Fortunately, he ultis, and I just completely one-shot him, even though he's not in isolation. So he just once again showing the beauty of this build and how consistent it is. Guys hit the tower. Bard ult out, misses. Silas gonna try and go for an engage, gets hooked. I don't really want to walk in here. Silas goes down. Action raising 2 people. Bard in isolation. We're gonna pick him up, and yeah, just overall gonna be somewhat safe there. We would have aced them, but action res means these 2 are back up. Honestly, if it wasn't for that, I think we could have just ended the game. But these guys are going to try and hold off the base, and not really much else comes of that. So I ping the Baron and I say reset. That's basically all we should do there, except Silas gonna get greedy, gets hooked. I walk in and just kind of one-shot him in isolation. Again, not lacking damage in any way with this build. So fucking nice. Once again, try this goddamn build out. So fucking nice. By far, probably the favorite way to play Kha'Zix right now. Aside from the traditional like Duskblade, Dark Harvest, but let's face it, the build is kind of dead. It won't work in most team comps unless you have really good setup. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Okay, so Baron, as we said, coming up in about a minute. So we're going to be trying to get vision and get a bit of control around this area. And we also have the top side that we can push as well. Although we're really just kind of looking for a potential pick. Not like anyone's going to walk up here. So we really could just, you know, go and push top. Camille is going to be playing with Bard in the bot lane, and she'll be splitting in the meantime. We're just going to try and walk up, but here comes the Scion. Not really all that much we can do here. Can't really walk up, he's going to wave clear. Except the cannon is here. I'm going to chunk him down a little bit. Samira gets hard CC'd and she's going to go down, which is really unfortunate. Good hook onto the Silas. He's going to go down. I want to burst. Bard uses his Q, and so I'm just going to instantly jump on him. He's going to go down to the Azir. This guy, hello? Does not respect me. Fucking Gale forces forward, flashes out like an idiot. I'm going to pick him up with a W. And then, speaking of idiots, I take a tower shot for no reason, and I go down to the action. Yeah, let's just not talk about that. So, we're back. We have completed our build. I haven't even been talking about the build because I feel like a lot has been going on. Sorry. But it's just your basic Kha'Zix build. With the Kempunk last because I wanted to deny healing against the Silas and stuff. That's basically it. It's really good utility on the W evolve, so that's just it. we don't actually have to run this as the last item. We can easily go any other item. Axiom Arc good here for more damage. But yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just waiting for someone to walk up. Sure enough, the Jhin walks up, perfect chance, instantly jump in, one-shot him in isolation. Action's gonna be here too, and we one-shot him as well. Enemy team re-engages, tries to get something out of it. Sylas gonna kill the Azir, trying to go on me, have to jump out just in case. Thresh gonna get poured out, not much I can do there. Unfortunately, I don't see the Scion, so I have to flash out, and he's gonna try and re-engage again. Camille's gonna go in, focusing the Sylas, very good target selection. He's the most important player here. Once the Zhonya's is over, I try jump in on him. I am unable to get my auto off, so a bit awkward for me. And I'm gonna apply some W, slows there on the Bard. Yeah, that's about it. Kind of an awkward situation for me after that initial engage, because I didn't have my R, and I'm playing into heavy bruiser. Well, a bruiser and a tank, so I need to be extra careful when I'm playing against the Sylas. Just because I'm so squishy and he does a lot of damage and never dies. Enemy team's gonna try contest. It's a fucking Bard Scion, literally nothing to worry about. All we need to do here is avoid the CC. We do so successfully. Enormous gargoyle shield here. Just gonna try and get the dragon, but I'm just gonna kill the Scion. Try and get the dragon. I can't get it. Camille gets it instead. I try and jump out. Camille is gonna not be able to block it. Awkward. Thankfully, I lived the Jhin ult though, and then the Jin's gonna go down, and then we instantly ping the Baron because everyone's dead. And yeah, very juicy. So after that, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Sell the Chempunk. Screw that. We go for the Hydra. Like I said, you can just go the Axiom Arc for more damage, or you can go the Hydra, which scales really, really nicely for also pretty good damage as well. No Omnivamp on it anymore, but you do have some sustain with the lifesteal. Yeah, very solid. Very, very solid. Unfortunately, I missed the Baron here. I don't know how I did. Oh, like, I should never miss that. I just mistimed my smite. Actually, no. Okay, so you know what happened there? I was calculating the DPS on the Baron, and because the Sylas went to contest, everyone turned on the Baron, and by the time my mind was like, okay, yeah, it's time to smite because the Baron will fall this low at this point in time, everyone turned on the Baron, so... No, everyone turned on the Sylas, so the DPS stopped, and then my Q smite was miscalculated, and then we lose the Baron, so unfortunate. Yeah. Not making excuses, that's just how it was, okay? It's just so unlucky. Anyway, it's a bit unlucky because the enemy team has Baron now, so they can just kind of turtle. So we're kind of just trying to force shit here. Samira's gonna go down, really tragic. This guy's gonna get hooked. Gargoyle, Stone Plate, huge. Gonna try and use my Eclipse damage to finally take down the Scion, quite tanky now. And another big fight is gonna go over the wall, fucking huge Azir ult. Just gonna say fuck it and jump in, and we're just going to completely annihilate them. This Azir played really, really well this game, I believe. In my opinion, he did. Just did what he needed to do really, really well. Could have been pretty terrible, but he managed to come back after those really shitty throws and make it into a very good game. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Catch you guys later.